Hello, welcome to my plant collection series. In this series, I will give you all my care tips and experiences growing a plant in my collection here in the Pacific Northwest. If you'd like to grow with us, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And find me on Instagram if you want to share some plant pics. Today, our special guest is my one and only Dracaena Sunray. I just love the color of the leaves. It has red outlines, green margins, and it's filled with this light greenish yellow color, and it's really pretty. I also love how the leaves cascade down. It's kind of like, big poof. I don't really have any other plants that are like this other than my spider plant. When you're shopping for a Dracaena, try to get one that has more than one branches so it creates a fuller look. If you look down here, there are 3 stems, so you're getting a lot more hair for your poof. I love this plant even more now because I finally figured out why it gets brown tips. And this knowledge has enabled us to take our relationship to the next level. It likes to stay moist. That will keep those brown tips away. And let me let you in a little secret. I water this plant with tap water. All over the internet, it will tell you that Dracaenas are sensitive to the chemicals in your tap water, and it is recommended to use distilled water, otherwise you will get brown tips. And that is not true. I will leave a link in the description below so you can actually check the quality of your water, and you can use Seattle as your baseline. I have to thank my friend Erin for her tips, otherwise I would have never known about the tap water in Seattle and I wouldn't be able to share it with you. So thank you, Erin. You are a great plant mom. Going back to the brown tips, I was being really stingy with this distilled water, so it wasn't staying evenly moist as it prefers. But now with tap water, I give it a drink whenever I walk by and I just touch the top to make sure it's still moist. And if it's not, I bring it over to the sink and give it a nice drench. It is in a very well draining medium, so I'm not concerned about it being overwatered. In the summer, when it was really sunny, I had to water it twice a week, but no more than that. I feel like it can handle much brighter indirect light and even some direct sunlight. I've never seen this plant suffer because it got too much light, as I have a west-facing window, and over the summer, it was indeed getting a couple of hours of direct sunlight each day. The older growth does appear lighter than the newer growth, which tells me that it used to be in a brighter place versus the light that it gets in my apartment. This is the first time I've seen it drop leaves. I am not overly concerned. It's safe to assume that it's due to old growth. But if I had to guess, it could also be it's adjusting to the winter and it's not super happy about it. I wonder if I actually might have overwatered it a little bit last time as well. I feel like plants can be very unforgiving due to overwatering, especially in the winter when they're just not getting enough, they're not getting enough light as they're used to. So maybe pulling back on watering will help. This is a tropical plant from Africa, and I haven't found it to be particularly fussy about its need of humidity level. So from that regards, it is a super easy house plant. It doesn't grow super fast, but I do notice new leaves always growing on top. It's gotten fuller over the summer. And if you didn't get one with multiple stems, it's okay. You can actually achieve that by propagating it. If you have a Dracaena that only has one head and you would like to create multiple heads like this one, you need to behead it, cut the head off, and then you're going to propagate the bottom half as well as the top half. You need to put the cutting in a high humidity environment, and I achieved this by just putting a Ziploc bag right over it. And with that, you will notice a couple of kind of growth nodes come out. And we ended up with 2 growth nodes on that cutting. But I think if I had kept the bag on longer, you would have gotten more growth nodes. So once again, improving the fullness of your plant. And when you have the bag over the cutting, just make sure to monitor for molds, because I actually kept noticing mold developing on the cutting, and this can be very detrimental to your plant. So just keep an eye out on that. I give this plant an A+. It's really pretty and satisfying to grow. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy growing.